I'm a bad mode, gotta keep it tight. Hold my baby squid, keep him out of sight. Talking about my life, government, stay away. If you drive, I'ma do it my own way. Squid in the ocean, swimming all alone. Ain't nobody telling me where to go. Living free, gotta stay true to myself. No need for interference from anyone else. Squid pro quo, that's the way to be. Living on my terms, setting myself free. I'm to my baby, protecting with my no government intrusion. I control my life.
So I'm already having internet issues. Great. It's going to be an awesome, awesome day. I can't change my internet company. There is no other internet company that serves my house right now. So what we got is what we got. I have messaged them again and said, please fix your shit. I have hardwired in, so anybody who has told me to hardwire in, it is what it is. Oh, all right. This is a multi-case update because of all the crap that we had going on. We also don't have a lot of updates in any one particular case that I'm looking at. So there is that. It is a situation of, it is a situation of, I had a migraine yesterday, so I didn't get a lot done. So I've been crazy busy today, trying to make up for everything that I did not do yesterday. Because yesterday, keeping my eyes open was damn near the most impossible thing. I didn't leave my house yesterday. I didn't turn on my computer. I barely used my phone. Momming was the hardest thing possible. So there is that. We are going to start with the Jeremy Hales stuff because that's what everybody seems to give a flying fuck about for some reason. There is nothing in the state case, just the standard uniform order for setting a case jury pretrial general. It's the 11-page document that Orange County has in every civil case that they just plaster. Here's our general timeline. It's not from the judge, it's standard issue. So I have already dropped the quality. So I have already dropped to stand. I'm at 480p. So let's see if it helps. But I'm having a day. I'm really pissed at my internet company. I'm really pissed at the fact that I live in a bigger city and a bigger town, and I have less internet options. And they came and replaced my modem on Monday, and the shit still doesn't fucking work. It's like, why don't you? I'm paying you every fucking month. Why don't you fucking work? And hi, Musi, how are you? See, and we're here for you through the good, the bad, and the meltdowns. Much appreciated. So I have the stuff dropped down to 480p. I'm not dropping it any lower than that. And this is still shitty. So I won't be doing any nighttime streaming because that's when we have the most devices online. And that's when the most people are using the internet and that internet company. So there is that. In the second, Federal one, there's nothing. Obviously, it's on a pause. There is nothing new in the bankruptcy. The same documents that we looked at when I went over it last week are the same documents that are in there. There's nothing from the judge. Gail, you guys remember with my headaches, I appreciate everybody. Gail, I appreciate you. Do not take this personally. So my headaches are not my headaches are not your typical migraines. My headaches are different. Like, my headaches are not the typical, like, triggered by something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the weather did not help and the pressure, because we had some pretty bad storms here yesterday as opposed to any other day. However, like, I had brain surgery. I had a headache every day for 3 years. From 18, I had a headache every day for 3 years. So, like, I don't mean to. It tells me, like, to write stuff down, because I know people are just trying to help. People do it offline. People do it online. Like it's just, I had brain surgery, y'all. Like, my activity, things get out of whack. You do not enough activity. And my chronic pain people can attest. But especially if my Chiari people, if you've ever been around someone with a Chiari, shit is weird and unexplainable, and you just can't it's one of those, like, yeah, I'm just all sorts of broke. So we do have in Federal 2, there is 2 motions. And I did want to make a comment, because Megan and Tug talked about it, I guess, the other day, and Jeremy talked about it in a short the other day. I did notice it when I was going through the document 98, when Bone Crusher or Bone Break or whatever the hell he wants to be called or is called. I did notice on the envelope that it was the address. It was Lisa's address. And I thought that was funny, but because I was reading kind of quick, it was sent to me when I'd already scheduled a stream to talk about the Florida documents, the state court documents. It didn't really sink in until about 10 minutes after the stream, when I was like, oh crap, that was sent from Lisa's address in the Villages. And I know sure as hell that Ray doesn't live in the Villages. So people were like, yeah, check the envelope. I was like, I did, but I never show the envelope, or I try not to, because I never want to be accused of doxing, especially with the people who love to find something to strike my channel for. So I never show the envelope. I'll skip over it, or I just won't show it at all if it's the last page. Not because I don't want to show the information on it or hide the information on it. It's because I don't want to be accused of doxing anybody, get my channel struck, and give these people a reason to come after me. Because there are certain people who just look for shit to go after me for. And I don't like to give people ammunition. So it's one of those it's just one of those weird situations that I noticed after I got done reading it. I shut down the stream, and then I went through it to save it to my computer, and I was like, oh shit. When you look at it and you see it, and then a little while later you're like, the light bulb goes off. That was the moment for me. It wasn't on stream. It was shortly thereafter. However, we are going to go over this document, and then Kezi was served officially, even though we know that Jeremy said he was served. It is officially now, as of yesterday, in the docket, which is really all that matters. And with that being said, I am going to, there is something interesting that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to what's written in that document. All right, we kind of expected this because not everybody was served. The foregoing in order, the 22nd day of July, defendant Ray Bonebreak has moved for a 30-day extension to respond to the second amended complaint. The motion states that the plaintiff have no opposition. Well, and here's the question I have with this, and Jeremy's probably the only one who can answer this appropriately. And I to the extent is due to plaintiff's second amendment complaint is due within and third, write it down. Fix it, but I know there is no explanation for why it sucks, except for the fact that it just sucks. Like, if I could do anything to fix it, I would, but I can't. So I've been in contact with them multiple times, multiple days. God, it's like every time that I chat with them or they come out to look, it works just fine. Angel, what can I do for you? So it is one of those, yay, great news today. Power will be restored tomorrow. Yes. It's one of those situations where it happens, but it does. And I'm really getting sick of it. But I know it isn't your fault when the damn droppy connection is awful. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day because I'm kind of done with this. I'm kind of done. I'm texting them right now. I'm texting them again right now as we speak. Because I'm sick of this, but I'm pretty much going to call it a day, but I need to be live when I'm texting them to show them that it sucks, because every time that they go to run a test on it, everything seems to be fine. They can't understand what the problem is, blah, blah, blah. I'm sick of this, fuck it. And it's the only place that I can get I can get power or internet in this town right now. It's the only company that provides internet to my house. So, yeah. Like, if I could fix it, I would. I've been in contact with 2 different companies today, and neither one of them provide service to my house. So, so there's that. I am getting very agitated, so I understand that y'all, it's choppy. I understand that, but if y'all are getting upset with it, how the fuck do you think I feel? So, and here's my question with this. It is apparent from the motion that defendant Bonebreak conferred with plaintiff's counsel before filing the motion 98-1. See Northern District of Florida Local Rule 71B. In the future motions, however, defendant Bonebreak must include a certificate of conferral under a separate heading. See Local Rule 7.1C. Starlink is more money than I have to spend on internet right now. We I can't spend $389 on equipment right now. I can't. It just doesn't. And hold on one second. I have to go for just 1 second. We are in the midst of another meltdown, and I'm pretty sure that if she melts down, I'm going to melt down. So I will be right back. I got to go do mama stuff. Y'all take a break.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The glass so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again.
All right. She got her ice, even though she has ice. We are addicted to reusable ice cubes. So she wanted new ones. Oh my God. Hey, Joe. God, thank you for the 99 or the $100 super chat. Go buy yourself a new router. Hope this helps. Oh my God. I just can't. I'm texting with them right now. I might send them a link. Let me, shoot. I have to go to my YouTube page and get a link for my own, yeah. And Dan, I know I'm frustrated with my internet right now, but I can't imagine 305 days without power. Holy, I just can't. We went 7 days without power and 2 weeks without internet. It's bad. It's bad. They're trying to troubleshoot it right now. So if my connection drops, I'm sorry. I just, and hey, Joe, and when people give super chats, I'm always humbled. But when people give super chats like this, I it's one of those things of I know there's some people in that call me a grifter, and I call myself the world's worst grifter, but I can't process the fact that people like my channel enough to I can't process the fact that people like my channel enough to help me out like that, and support me like that. So if I sound bad, yeah, it's temporary. It's temporary. I'm yeah. So I just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then hook our generator up, and we can actually keep our refrigerator on and our freezer on. So it's one of those things of that was, oh, and now it's raining too, which I'm pretty sure is not helping. I can hear it hit the side of the house. No, hey Joe, you have been amazing from almost the very beginning of this channel. There's a few of you who like are my like random or like my ride or dies from the very beginning, who I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for y'all. So it's just crazy to me it's so crazy to me. So I am closing down some of my stuff to see if that helps too. Oh yeah, the little played in a rainstorm earlier. We went to Walmart because I got to do all the stuff that I didn't do yesterday, include like, you know, buying food for the people who live here, things like that. So it's been a day. But I was kind of rude on in this text stream. I told her I'm streaming live on YouTube and the connection is awful. And unfortunately, you're the only company that services my address. Otherwise, I would have canceled. Hey, Wednesdays, life experience memories. How are you? Oh my goodness. I got 2 bars instead of the 1 when StreamYard gives me the little connection is fairly good. I'm like, I don't know. Like, what? You need to eat? No, I don't need. Hey guys. Mama. I am back. Mama. There we go. Angel, try again. Oh, please don't change the language to, there we go. Try again. It's back. Sorry, guys. They had to, they refreshed my, but she did it before I could tell you guys that she was doing it. And yeah, it's still it now. So hopes, but it's sharp, but we'll see how long that lasts. Angel. All right, getting to this next document, and I'm closing tabs as we go. Yep, still sucks. So, what's up, baby? Oh, tap to retry. Okay, hold on. We got to close it out because everything got reset. So we got to start over. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's still hiccupy. See? It's still hiccupy. Angel, relax. Calm yourself. Well, I know, telling a 2-year-old to calm down. Freaking. Oh my goodness. Angel, it's not going to work, baby. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I know. It's awful. I know. Mommy's so mean. Angel, there we go. Hey. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you have a crappy internet company and a toddler who relies on, there we go. Now that's better. Oh my God. This is just a week from hell. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to sell this because of the internet. Like, I love this house. I love the location. I'm ready to sell this damn house from the internet. She has games, but she refuses to use them because she likes the games on YouTube. Like, and it's like they refuse to like, the guy who was here, I give him credit. He did his best. He checked everything that he could check. Apparently, he replaced the modem, but. And all they do is, well, we can refresh it. Well, you've refreshed it 5 damn times today and the shit still don't work. I know, baby. There we go. She goes into settings, like, fix it. She knows how to go into settings, like, fix your stuff, Mom. There we go. Yeah. Oh my, Vive. Sure, fine. The only time that they can send one out is Saturday during my daughter's birthday party. But, at this freaking point in time, I pissed because I asked for them to send a tech out yesterday, and they pushed it off, and I'm pretty sure yesterday they would have had a better time than Saturday during my daughter's birthday party. I'm so pissed. So pissed. Can you tell I'm really pissed? Can you pissed? I have. JKD Buck, thanks for the $2 super chat. I am so done. Like, I am so done. Like, Here, I'm going to text her right now. I am so done with your damn internet company, but unfortunately, it's the only one that I fucking got. I'm ready to sell my house just so I don't have to deal with you people anymore. I literally sent that text. I voice texted it. And that's... They should be paying you. Yeah. At this point, I want a refund. Deep breath. I know it will sound like bubbles since you're a cephalopod. Breathe salt water. Oh my God. All right. Oh. Hey, are you in the hospital right now or are you just there for an appointment? We don't have fiber. We don't get fiber here. I live in bumfuck Egypt, Georgia. I live in BFE, Georgia. Yeah, he supposedly checked some stuff outside, but like their super sticker, I can't show. Oh, there we go. I can't show it right now. I appreciate you guys. All right. Getting to the documents that I can't show you, but I can talk about. I was sent these the other day. I know I should. I don't. I wish I could have Comcast. I wish even Xfinity, when I had Xfinity, was better. I have Vive. And Vive is the only company that comes to my house. She didn't respond to my my text. I mean, I'm glad I can text them because they really wouldn't want to hear my voice right now. All right. Here's my, y'all ready for this? I'm not going to show these documents because I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to have these documents. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Mr. Squid about that one when he gets home because this is absolutely ridiculous at this point. That was what that was my only other option that I was looking at yesterday. Oh, our issue was a formerly waterproof junction box on a pole was wide open to ice, rain, bird nests. An old line man needed to inspect that line. What happened to when the company you had when you first moved? I had AT&T 5G, but it wasn't working properly here either. I had the box that you just plug into the wall. Well, apparently they don't service here either. And that's why when I moved here and I tried to transfer service over, it didn't work. You can't just unplug it and change your address. You have to change your account and they don't service this area either. But I stopped at AT&T today and the woman in there knows my name. Like I walked through the door and she instantly said hi to me. And she was like, "Oh, you got a new car." I got a new car 3 months ago. And like, I haven't seen her and she remembered me from a while ago. But I asked her and I was talking to her about the situation. I was like, "You're going to love me or hate me at the same time." And so she took my number and she's going to basically check once a week for me to see what happens. So we're, and I don't remember it being this bad when it was cooler outside. So maybe it's the humidity and some moisture, but when there was a tech out here, why did he not find it? Yeah. And Gail, thank you for the $5 super chat. You're so strong. You empower us all. I am not strong. Not in the least bit. I fake it. Any sense of strength that you see is fake it till you make it. And I'm faking it for her. And hey, Paula, Yeah, my cell phone service is decent. The thing is I get 5G service. I just want is a certain company that I can't say the name of because it'll give away exactly where I live. However, the download speeds and the upload speeds are equal. That would be freaking amazing because it's only like $15 more expensive than this for like 1,000 times the speed. But they don't service my house. It works fine for like downloads, but streaming I can't. It doesn't work. All right. Anyway, to not have to do this, I have AT&T. I only get 100 megabytes. Everyone around me has fiber, but my little 3-block neighborhood. Yeah, and my neighbors back there get it, and my neighbors down there get it, but I don't. Yeah, 5G service with 1G connection. Oh. All right, getting to these documents. The filing date that these were e-filed is March 20th of 2020. In the circuit court for the 12th Judicial Circuit in and for Sarasota County, Florida, in the guardianship of a small child who I am not going to name her name. Application for appointment as guardian. I have those documents. I am not going to show them because it's got a lot of information but it's basically Lynette Michelle Preston, while she lived in Northport, but yet it says not married. And this is where I'm curious about adding these up with the bankruptcy and seeing if what she put on these as far as like length of time where she lived certain places matches up with the timeline or the information that's in the bankruptcy forms. Those are what I have to look at. It does have physical disabilities on here. Just, length of residence in county where an application is filed, 8 years. So Sarasota County, she lived in Sarasota County for 8 years before she moved or before she filed this. So she lived in Sarasota County from at least 2012. I have to talk to someone that knows more than me to see if that's true. But according to the doing the math, if this was filed in 2020, and a question on here is length of residence in county where application is filed is 8 years, that would put it at 2012. I was under the impression that they moved there in 2013, but there has also been some issues. She might have been divorced at that time. Yeah, but I was under the impression that they moved to Northport in 2013. I could be wrong. You've got satellite internet. How do you like it? So and I skipped one of the things I was going to talk about. Kezi was served, but one of his pages was funky. Somebody put in there. I don't know if y'all had seen it or talked about it on another person's show, like whether Jeremy had talked about it or whether Megan and Tug or Shizzy or anybody else had talked about it. But let me get back to that before I do this because I don't want to one thing at a time. Yeah, these were the only, I'm not really sure. But these are I was sent 3 documents, and we's going to yeah. We're gonna get into that, but here's the I'm not going to show the first page of Kezi's service return of service and the affidavit from the process server, because that it shows all the personal information and the address. And yeah, that's another thing that's got me all flustered, because there's so many things going on in the legal world today that I'm like, we still have stuff from Sarah Grace. I looked at her TikToks. There was some stuff from the not the behavioral panel, but Scout Rouse. Well, yeah, Northport, that I know. But like, I was under the impression that they moved there in 2013. According to that document, she moved there in 2012. I don't know if the place they lived before that was still in Sarasota County, because that's possible, moving within the county. But this is where I have to compare documents to see something is hinky. Shenanigans, squid. Yeah, but that's why he pled guilty, to avoid it, because the sidebar, as if we haven't done that for the last 40 minutes. Do you notice people who have been convicted of unaliving others don't have a regard for anybody else's death, but are scared of their own? So the headache doesn't get me so much, because I had a headache every day for 3 years. It's the light. And that was the problem for me on Monday. So I knew that this was coming. So it's an issue. The light and the nausea and the fatigue get me more than anything. I could have had an IV of coffee and still not had enough energy to like shower. It's bad. That's a good. See, and this is why I love the chat. And people who are like, you talk to your chat too much, or you get sidetracked by chat. And this is why. Because they are smarter than me. Angel. What's up, Angel? So this is one of the reasons that I admit I don't know I know occupational therapy. I know corrective exercise. I'm not a paralegal. I'm not a lawyer. I am not even an investigative journalist. I am learning as I go. But the chat teaches me a lot, because y'all have life experiences and knowledge and education that I don't have. So girl, I know you didn't just spill a whole bowl of grapes. She just, like, if they don't enjoy the interaction, this is the wrong group for them. Like, it makes me feel better that I'm not alone. No, you're not. I'm an a-hole. I'm an a-hole too. It's just funny to me that like part of live streaming is talking to the chat. Like the chat is what makes live streaming fun. If I wanted to just talk to myself, I would make and edit videos, which I still need to work on. I have videos that need to be edited, but life keeps taking over. So sorry, and I'm just writing it down, because I keep a notebook by me. So when people come up with things that are like, yeah, that's a good idea, I write them down. So this is page 2 of the affidavit that Kezi's process server submitted. On July 7th, process server was assigned to serve a federal summons complaint from the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Florida. July 10th, process server commenced the attempt to serve the subject, Robert J. Kezi, at his place as the residence above, but was unable to. Additional attempts to serve Mr. Kezi were made on 12th, 14th, and 15th. What, baby? What? What would you like? You want icy? Yes. Okay, I have to go get her a popsicle, which is an icy. So if you ever hear her say icy, it's popsicle. I will be back in a hot minute. Y'all can read this document if you can see it, and we will get to it. I will be right back. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Go get the ice pop. I'll have one too. I know right now I need like one of those adult ones. It's been a day. And Gail, thanks for the $5 super chat because Quinn writes stuff down. Like, I write stuff down because if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget it. And I keep this by my. So when I say like I put in like dates, I write down dates and stuff. I really do. Oh, thank you. Yes, she took all the printer paper out. Oh, now you want an ice pop? All right. So there were some things in this that I found super interesting. July 15th, Mr. Kezi went through extreme measures to avoid being served. At approximately 5:30 p.m., process server observed him leaving his residence operating a Ford F-150 bearing that license plate number. At that point, server made eye contact with Mr. Kezi. Creepy. And waved the summons and complaint papers at him after gaining his attention. He continued to drive where the process server followed Mr. Kezi, who led him around town for approximately 10 minutes. Oh my God, being stalked by a process server. During that time, he was being followed by this server, made several further attempts to get Mr. Kezi's attention when it was safe by flashing his headlights, and made numerous attempts to pull alongside him. This guy is like dedicated to his job. When the process server attempted to safely change lanes, Mr. Kezi would quickly get in front of him. Mr. Kezi arrived at a stop sign and there was another vehicle in front of him. He drove around to the right side of that vehicle onto the curb, nearly hitting the stop sign to squeeze past the vehicle, and made a right turn. After the server came to a nearly complete stop, The server made a right turn and continued to follow Mr. Kesey. Every attempt to get Mr. Kesey to pull over was unsuccessful. Reckless driving? Reckless driving to get away from a process server. Like, dude, are you dumb? Are you always this dumb, or is this a temporary, like, insanity thing? Like, there things in this case that just make you guys go, huh? Like, you almost hit a stop sign and another car, basically. And that other car is probably like, what the absolute F is going on here? Oh, sometimes now I know why I have a migraine. Now I know why. Now I know what's triggering my headaches. Every day. Yep. Oh my goodness. Just Squid called 911. Guess what? The sheriff's department are court officers, just like that process server. Oh, yes. This right here, Mary Beth, you bring up a really good point. Like, all while he brags about not getting served. And like, if you're going to do something stupid, don't brag about it. There's just some things that just because you can say something does not mean you should say something. Like, just, my God. Like, like, yeah, the sheriff's office has to serve that. You would think. You would think. But remember, this is Levy County we're talking about, or, you know. So this is, some people trumpet their stupidity from the rooftops. Yeah. Shortly after the process server was stopped by two Sumter County Sheriff's deputies, Senior Master Hinderhof, whoa, what a name, and was issued a traffic warning citation for running at the stop sign. The process server immediately informed deferences of the urgent need to also stop Mr. Kesey, but the request was ignored and went unjustified and allowed him to continue to drive away. Stan, thanks for the $5 super chat. Squid, you know I know some of the players, right? I've been to the farm more than once. I knew that, but didn't know that, right? Like, yeah, refusing or avoiding service of process is a misdemeanor in Florida. Well, apparently, whoever pulled him over didn't care. Sumter County, which is I would assume south of Levy County. Don't care. Do not care. Do not care. It was later learned that while Mr. Kesey led the server around town, he called the Sumter County Sheriff's, where his wife is also employed. Oh, that little shit stain. Furthermore, as part of the protocol, the server called into the sheriff's department to inform of the area they're working in for the day and how long they'll be on site. Mr. Kesey did not leave his residence until approximately 6 p.m., which is the time the server informed the sheriff's department their day would probably end. This is what we're the first thing that I'm thinking. And this is one of the reasons that when I saw this affidavit and there were some interesting things in it that I was like, okay, we need to read it. Sorry, I'm an a-hole. It could be fun to be a process server. I would pretend to be a stinging telegram. Oh, Just imagine. So the first thing when I hear stinging telegram that I go back to is the movie Clue. With I can't remember all the people in it, but like I could pick their faces out. But you know what I'm talking about based on the board game. There was a singing telegram lady in there. Sorry, I don't know where I heard that. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, it's okay. I have to shampoo that carpet anyway. I still have to. Hold on. Angel, I have to shampoo the carpet anyway. It's okay. It's a cheap carpet from Walmart. It's fine. Yeah, she dropped some of the popsicle on it, and yeah. I just have to never does. Sorry, I just text. And they closed out my account before I could have the chance to respond. She was like, we will have our tech go out and check your lines to see what can be done to improve services at your home. We appreciate you reaching out. I do apologize. I'm not showing any issues in your area. Yeah, it's not my area. It's my house, you dumb bitch. And I said it never does, but yet we always have issues. Something's not right, but everything always looks fine from your end. Hey, Bunsen Rockenstone, how are you? I love the avatar, by the way. There's actually a sitting congressman that was trying to decriminalize service avoidance because of his own experience in a civil process. That is another one that deserves some attention. And I love giving people attention that they don't want. Decriminalize service avoidance. But it's rules for me or rules for thee and not for me anyway, right? Like, yeah, I still have to clean up that little spaghetti stain. Most of it went on the hardwood floor, so I just wiped it up. But I have to shampoo this whole carpet anyway. So yeah, it's one of those things. But she's doing this thing where she's now like, okay, mommy. I don't know where she got it from, but it's the cutest damn thing in the world. Like, it's the cutest damn thing. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm an a-hole. What would you sing? Oh my God, this would be so much fun. I would pay to see that. Like, I would pay to see that. And hey, only me. It's interesting that process server was assigned on the 7th, yet Hales has been calling out Kezi before this for dodging service. This process server, I'm wondering if there was another one because there's more than one. Like, it's not just one person that does the job. So it's not just one person that does the job. Yet the other person could have been like, I can't do this. I tried. It could have been one person that said, I can't do this anymore, or it's not working, and they hand it off to somebody else. Because I do know that happens. Because when you can't serve somebody, you're like, I tried. What more do you want me to do? Here, try this, or here, you take it. So I think this was the second one, but I'm not 100% sure. I would have to, there was another company that JH used. I would have to look at the documents and actually get, like, you know. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to talk to Mr. Squid when he gets home, because it's one of those things of like the upfront, the cost for Starlink is like $50 more expensive than we're paying now. So like it's doable per month. Not exactly happy about it. It's doable, but the upfront cost is like $379 or so dollars. And I'm like, it's her birthday. Like it's summertime. Things are, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like it's just one of those things where it's like, that is not, so I'm hoping that this can happen and this can get fixed, but Mr. Squid is not going to be happy that the soonest they can get somebody out here is in the middle of her birthday party. But, you know, what's got to happen is got to happen. So, yeah. Legally, Leslie did state that they only attempted twice, and this process server tried 4 times, stated on the document. Yeah, I don't know. It's... yeah. That is true. That is true. I think it's like 125 here per month. I think if what I looked at yesterday is accurate. But you know, I just find it really interesting that his wife works at the Sumter County Sheriff's Office, and that he got pulled over, or the process server got pulled over. I just find that a little, like, I don't believe in coincidence. Like, I don't believe in coincidence. So it's like, it's just, and this is what I'm going to hide so that I don't, I'm going to, there we go. I had to skip over the page that had name and stuff. Yeah, things are just hinky at best. You know, when it's one of those things of like, just the optics look really bad. I didn't tell them. I just said fine. And I literally said fine. So, fine. Process server returned to Mr. Kesey's residence, posted at the federal summons, and posted a complaint to his entrance gate, according to Alicon versus Acuna, Southern District 282, Southern 3rd District 939. The server attempted to call him, but the call went to voicemail. Server remained near the residence until someone returned. Female believed to be Mr. Kesey's daughter arrived home operating a Buick Envision, which also registered to Mr. Kesey at his address. I informed her the summons and complaint is for Mr. Kesey. She removed it from the gate prior to unlocking it and took the summons and complaint inside. This action aligns with Florida Statute 48.031. When a woman says fine, it's anything but, they should have to run and find a better way. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's the good old boys network. And surprisingly, as far as like I lived in 2 different counties in good old boy Georgia and never had the good old boy experience that Florida, that Levy County and apparently Sumter County have too. Never had an issue like that. Except for the fact that they go, well, it's only YouTube when I filed my police report. Other than that, I've never had an experience with like other than the fact that, you know, they look to pull people over for any reason possible because they got nothing better to do. Yeah. All right. Furthermore, this is the same individual I saw the day prior operating the same vehicle with another female as she was exiting residence. The server asked her if she lived at the residence. Her reply was, "We don't live here." As the process server was parked near the subject residence and partially in the neighbor's driveway, 2 Sumter County sheriffs, the same 2 that pulled over the server earlier, arrived at the residence and drove past me and onto the subject's property, where they remained for quite a while. Yeah, it said earlier in this, it's definitely there's some hinkiness there. There's just some hinkiness there. As the 2 deputies were leaving the residence, they approached the server and informed the server had to leave the area based on the premises for being on the subject's property, which in fact the server wasn't. The server departed the area without incident. So, and this is notarized, by the way, and it just has the name of the notary, which I'm not going to share. And thanks for the person who just sent me that information. I am going to look that up. We're going to close that and we're going to get back to this document that I'm not going to share, but I am going to talk about. So this was the application for guardianship. And this is when this was filed in 2020. One of the questions is, has the applicant ever been charged with fraud, misrepresentation, or perjury in a judicial administrative proceeding? The answer was no. Those 2 sheriff's employees should have assured that the papers were served, a legal court document, and all. Yeah. And the fact that it was the same exact 2 days in a row, that's not a coincidence at all. That's not a coincidence at all. Nothing coincidental about that. And if y'all don't know me, I don't believe in coincidence. Nothing is coincidental. Nothing. Law enforcement isn't allowed to aid in service. Isn't that state dependent? Because I've heard in some states they are, in some states they're not. So it's so all these questions, been charged with any felonies, crimes, anything? No. One question that's interesting on here is, has the applicant ever filed for bankruptcy? No. This was 2020, so obviously this is 2025, so this one doesn't count. But there are interesting things. When I looked up her name, there was a bunch of bankruptcies that came up, but different social security numbers. There was even a Lynette Michelle Preston who had filed, but it was under a different social security number in the Northern District of Florida, which is just bizarre to me. But I don't have anybody with that social security number or have the full social security number, so I don't know. I only have the last 4. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I'm still trying to get information on. It's just what's the applicant's relationship to the alleged incapacitated person, caregiver, intended adopted mother? So it's interesting. You have to compare this have to compare the information on here to the information on her bankruptcy and see if it's the same. I'm not showing this because of the fact that it has a lot of personal information, and I'm just not going to show it. Plus, it's just a thing. But that is one of the documents that ended up in my email this past week. And then we have the petition for guardian of minor that was filed. It was e-filed in the same day at the same time. What's interesting is what's interesting is the name that's on here for the little girl is not the same name that she is called today. So it's there's just some things that I look at this and I'm like, and these are actual court documents. It's just one of those situations of like, and Bunsen, thank you for the 5 Squid Pro Quo memberships. I appreciate you. And Patrick, how are you? Oh, I had a migraine yesterday, so I didn't get any streaming done. I wanted to stream about some things, and I didn't get the chance to. This stream was intended to be this stream was intended to be a lot of things, and it went sideways from the very beginning. The girl has many different names. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Her 3 middle names, and not one is the middle name that we have come to know. And once again, on this channel, you will never hear me name the child, and I will never talk about her. And if she is that, there are very few things I will boot people from the chat for, but mentioning the little girl's name or talking about the little girl and talking about her health when none of us are her doctors and none of us have actually seen medical records. If anybody can get me medical records, then we can feel free to talk about them because we have actual medical records. However, until then, that is the one thing that will get you booted from my chat for the day. Anybody's welcome back the next day. However, that is an automatic. You get a warning, and then you get an automatic 24-hour timeout because that is that's my one, like, no. No. From a medical provider's like aspect, like, I don't like when people talk about medical stuff when they don't actually have either a background in medical or have access to those records, and none of us should have access to those records because we ain't her doctors. Yep. I am not, because I was laid out yesterday. I am so behind. There is no, well, yeah, you're an adult though, I think. Like you're an adult. So there's adult, it's different. It's different. So, yeah. Yeah, only me. Yeah. I see where you're going with that, and you and I are on the same page. I didn't find certain things funny at all. I don't find certain things funny at all. I don't find certain things funny at all, and that would be one of them. NTSB, National Turtle Shelter Board. No, we have been diving into where the money went because our aviation system is 50 years old. It's not Trump's fault. It's not Obama's fault. It's not Biden's fault. It's a Congress, everybody who's ever worked in government for the last 30 years, it's their fault. And we're following the money. I just haven't been able to fall down those rabbit holes because I lost my climbing gear in a boating accident. So, yeah. Minnesota will explode approximately 5 p.m. and I don't have your email address. It's squidproquo24@gmail. Yes, even someone with a background in medical can get it wrong unless they are involved in that specific case, and they shouldn't be talking about it due to HIPAA. Oh my God, Devil Dog Cody. You must have eaten your green crayon this morning because you spelled HIPAA correctly. Oh no, frozen squid. Frozen squid. Yeah, Kevin, it's bad. And unfortunately, this is the only internet company that provides it to my house. So getting back to this document, if my internet works, if my internet works at all, this is petition for appointment of guardianship of a minor. And I'm once again not showing this because it has not only yes, but still, that doesn't mean a damn thing. That don't mean a damn thing. I've learned that much. That don't mean a damn thing. I am thinking about going back to school and trying to get an associate or a bachelor's in paralegal. So, you know, because I'll never work in what I have a degree in again. And my YouTube channel at the end of the day has a whole lot of nothing to do with occupational therapy either. So, oh, Patrick. I do like it. It's, I don't know. I feel like I could, yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'll read this part. The proposed LMP is the current caregiver and agent in the power of attorney signed by the biological parents at the time of the child's birth in contemplation of her adopting the minor child, but the parents at this time are not able or willing to consent to the adoption. I have to look up something because it's in Latin and I don't, like I said, not a lawyer, never claimed to be, never tried to act like one, just like to read. I just have to look up something in Latin because I'm not exactly sure what it means. And if my internet works. Concept in jurisprudence. Latin phrase that literally means of one's own right. Oh, sweet juris. I'm not even sure how to say that name. A person who has the full legal ability to act for themselves without the control of another. Okay. Cornell Law School has the best. Cornell Law School has the best, like layperson's dictionary. Let's go back to the don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Lynette Michelle Preston is Sweeterus. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong because Latin is not my thing. And I apologize for coughing. And otherwise qualified under the laws of Florida to act as guardian of the minor and is not a professional guardian. Proposed guardian should be appointed because it is the best interest of the minor child that her caretaker, who has the child in her physical care since the child's birth, and who is agent in the parental power of attorney to continue to care for the minor child and have the ability to approve for her physical care and medical needs, as well as her financial needs in applying for Medicaid or other necessary benefits on behalf of the child. It was the intent of the parties that Lynette adopt the minor child, so much so that the minor child was given Miss Preston's name at birth, and it appears on the child's birth certificate. Hey guys. I don't know what's I think there was just a thing about he was in top chat and not all chat or live chat, which I hate that does that do, you know. It's just one of those things of like, thanks for being respectful of everybody that's in here. I appreciate it, guys. Because I know some of you don't agree with certain things and certain, you know, certain issues. There's certain disagreements that people might have in chat, but I appreciate you guys for being respectful to each other. It means so much to me. Because this is where we just discuss the documents and what's in the documents. We give our opinion based on the documents and comparing one document to another, but we don't disrespect each other. Yep. And I appreciate that. Yeah, if you leave the chat and you come back, it automatically defaults you to top chat, and it sucks. I have 3 people that aren't allowed on this channel, and 2 of them are lawyers. I know, and it sucks because on a phone you forget to do it. Petitioners request that she be appointed guardian of the person and property of the minor. At such time, the minor child should obtain any property. I mean, and that was signed the 20th day of March of 2020. So and she had a different attorney back then from Venice, Florida. So, oh my goodness. Okay, this, and hey, Stats, how are you? Yeah, and this is the thing. This chat is the farthest thing from a safe space. However, it is a respect other people, and just because you have a different opinion, that's not a also, if you don't like somebody in chat, you have the perfect capability of blocking them. I always laughed when back in the day, when I would be in Megan's chat all the time, and people would look, especially during the Maya Kowalski trial, and there would be people in there that didn't agree with Megan, and there would be Reddit trolls in there all the time, and people would look to the mods to block people. And it's like, you're adults. if you have a problem with somebody in chat, you block them. Why, Dan Davis, I got to go because, no. Have a good day, Dan. Congratulations on getting your, I've written a lot of books on both lawyers and marketing checkbooks. Yeah. I'm making a blanket for my grandson for Christmas. I've been crocheting for 12 hours. I don't have that technical ability. I just, Nope. But this person's, I just have to laugh. I'm not going to show the document. I just have to laugh at this person's email, this lawyer's email, because it's Lady Lawyers Florida. Like, the what? This right here. 300 days without power is still nuts to me. I thought 3 days without power. I think we went 6, but we were out of town for 4 days. We had a scheduled vacation, and we just extended it by like 2 days because we're like, we don't have power anyway. Why not just extend our trip? So NCIS Origins is starting up filming again for season 2. Everyone make sure you watch the heck out of it. It needs to stay popular so I can stay working. It's me. How are you? Lawyers with a Gmail are on no-go zone. It's not a Gmail. It's at ladylawyersflorida.com. Like, I'm not going to give her full email, but like ladylawyersflorida.com. So yeah, but lawyers with a Gmail are no-go. Like, hey, Steve. And hey, everybody who's just now here. Malin, how are you? It's in 5 months, it's Christmas. Yeah. In 5 months, it'll be a hell of a lot cooler than it is right now. All right. And then there's one more document, which this one is an oath of guardianship. This was also e-filed at the same time, March 20th at 4:05 p.m. And it's basically she hereby designates her lawyer as her resident agent to accept positions for the service of process or any notice of service of legal action against either of us, either in my capacity as guardian or personally, if the personal action accrued in the performance of our duties as guardian. I understand that we must annually file a report with the court due on or before 90 days after the end of the anniversary month that letters of guardianship are approved. The ward is a minor child and has no assets of her own, is not eligible for any benefits. But should she receive benefits or obtain assets, I understand that I must file an initial inventory and annual inventory. Here's the $1 million question. Oh, yes. Our favorite Marine, well, one of our favorite Marines, I can't choose my favorite Marine because they'll all get mad at me. And having at least 3 Marines that come in here on a regular basis is kind of a fun thing. So it like this particular Marine here, Cody, is fancies himself a Hollywood actor. No, he doesn't fancy himself an actor. He is an actor. So, I've never seen Origins, but I will have to watch it now. So, I don't know how I'm not a good actor. Josie, I think you would make a good paralegal or lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger. I just liked to argue. And when people told me I was wrong about something, I liked to argue with them until I proved them that I was right. Both of my parents, my mom is in the chat right now, but my dad can attest to it too. I just like to argue for the sake of arguing. If you haven't noticed. But then they got to the public speaking, and I don't like public speaking. Don't like public speaking and don't like reading out loud. So I started a YouTube channel. Make that one make sense. Make that one make sense. And hey, Uncle Buck, how are you? Children off school, so I'm busy. Yeah, well, the kids go back to school soon here. We start school really early down here. The latest excuse is the framers were too afraid to take on the job because of all the drama. Yeah, the $1 million question for me is where'd the money go? But I have stage fright, so I was in drama class. Yeah. See, I can talk to the camera when I know that y'all are there. The reason that I don't drop videos very often is I have a couple of videos that need to be edited. Me reading the documents on the Beth Israel Hospital, some of the fraud documents from the DOJ's crackdown on medical fraud. Oh, girl, we are sticky. We're going to need a bath. We are so sticky. Yeah, you're so sticky. All right, guys, I'm going to have to cut this stream a little shorter than I wanted to. We will have to talk about the Georgia case and the updates in the, that is all, basically all the updates in the Jeremy Hales documents that I have. These 3 documents were sent to me, and it was like, I'm not going to show them because I'm not sure that I should have them actually, but I do. But there is new stuff in the, hey Freckled, how are you? Yeah, I do like the interaction with the chat. I do. But I have updates in the Sarah Grace, the 17-year-old who is accused of unaliving her mom and stepfather in Carrollton, Georgia. We have updates on the Kentucky sheriff who is accused of unaliving the judge in his chambers back in September of last year. I have updates on Sarah Boone. She's having lawyer issues again. And we have a couple other minor updates, as well as some TLDR updates on the Washington versus the honor killing, attempted honor killing in Washington, where parents are on trial for, oh yeah, we're sticky, attempted honor killing of their 17-year-old daughter. I will either be doing it later today or tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning, based on the internet. And Drew Terry, thank you for the 50 pounds. Rough times past, deep breaths. I appreciate you so much. Angel, I know you're sticky. We need a bath. We're going to go right now. We're going to go get a bath right now. And then also Brian Koberger was sentenced today. She had a popsicle and it melted and she played in the melted juice. So nothing that I wasn't expecting. So I knew we were going to get a bath today. I just didn't expect that it was going to be that. I didn't expect for her to touch her hair. Oh, okie dokie, chat. This is your warning. I'm about to shower and y'all coming with me. So cover your eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, I might go outside and just spray her down with the hose. It's probably more fun for her. No, but we gotta wash her hair. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and putting up with the fun the fun times that we have. The ridiculousness. Let me just check the docket because sometimes shit drops when I'm live and I don't realize it. And I just want to check because sometimes people are like, "Oh, did you see this?" And I didn't. Nothing new in the bankruptcy as of this morning, except for what we already had. Nope. The last filing date was 7/9. We went through all of that. Gotta get that. Federal one. There shouldn't be anything because it's on a nope. Wait a second. Nope. Nothing new in that one. And nothing new. I ball on a budget here, so I have to go the last document that was entered. So it only cost me $0.10 to look at it instead of $3. Nope. Return summons. Oh, the answer by Kezi is due 8/5. So there's the only the update. Though all this internet crap, it was fun. Yep, and hopefully my internet will, I don't know. Hopefully earlier in the morning it cooperates a little better when it's cooler. Maybe it's the heat. I don't know. At this point, I'm so dumbfounded. And I am hardwired in, so it's not like it's, it's just, I don't know. But I've contacted other internet companies, and this is the only internet provider that comes to my house. That's worth a damn. So, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I wish things were different. But I wish my internet, it's 2025. And the funny thing is I lived in a more rural area before I moved back to town. And I had more consistent internet than I had my issues. We had Xfinity. I had my issues. But and thanks for the 2 people, I know who you are, who disliked my stream. You always dislike my stream. Thanks for the engagement. It would be better for y'all if you just didn't do anything, because it would be better for y'all if you just didn't do anything, because then it wouldn't help me with the algorithm. But here you go. You're engaging. Appreciate it. I'm going to see who I can redirect you guys to. Lawyer is live. Real Lawyer reacts to Jackson pulls the curtain back. Ooh, talking Karen Reed. All right. Y'all have a great day. And Freckled, y'all have a great day. Rage quit, Freckled. Rage quit. All right. Bye, guys. Yeah, they're always watching. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate on that. Not even the fleas hate me as much as 2 people. And the funny thing is I don't care. Oh, and Gail, thank you for the 9-month member chat. Love Squid channel and her chat. I love you too. All right. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.